When you're ready to do your Works Cited page, go ahead and put your cursor at the end of your very last paragraph. So you've written your paper and you're at your last paragraph. You're going to hit enter a couple of times. And then you're going to insert a page break. You want to make sure that your Works Cited page always stays on its own page. So we're not going to hit enter until it drops to a new page. You're going to physically insert a page break. So I insert a page break and my cursor drops to a whole new page. I'm going to center my title, capital W, capital C, hit enter only once. Sorry, we got to make sure it's double spaced because papers, essays are double space. So double space, hit enter once. That leaves that one blank line in between that is there because you've double spaced it. Make sure you're not physically hitting that extra space. We're going to bring it back to the left-hand margin, and I'm going to go to my source. So say this is my source, and my person is Michael Jordan, and I found a bunch of stuff, and I feel that NBA is a reliable source, so I'm going to use this. First thing you're going to do is you're going to look for an author. The author should be at the very top of the article. So I'm going to look around. I don't see any author, which a lot of the internet sites do not have authors. So if I do not see an author, I'm going to start with the article title. So here's my title, Legends Profile Michael Jordan. So it's whatever's usually in big letters at the top of the article. That's your title. So I am going to copy that, and I can see NBA.com staff. So they're a staff writer. So this automatically tells me there's no individual author. There's a whole bunch of people that wrote it. So I'm going to go back to my Works Cited page. Because it has no author and we're starting with the article title, we put article titles in quotation marks. I'm going to do open quote, and I'm going to paste. That didn't work. I'm going to have to type it in. Pasting didn't work. So I'm going to type in Legends Profile, Michael Jordan, period, close quote, space. Okay, Legends Profile, Michael Jordan. So there's the name of my article. The next thing that I look for is going to be okay, that was my name of my article in quotation marks followed by a period. The next thing is the name of the main site in italics followed by a period. So who is my host site? I'm going to look at the top, nba.com, and I can confirm that because it's the host, the main site of my URL. So I'm going to put in italics. So I'm going to italicize nba.com, period, space. I'm going to take off my italics. Okay, after your host site, date of publication. So I'm going to say, is there a published date, a last updated date, an edited date, any date over here? That's usually either going to be at the very top or the very bottom. I don't see one, so I'm going to go all the way to the bottom of my site. I don't see a date here, so I'm going to look at my copyright. Okay, if you don't see a date in the article itself, you can take the copyright. Sometimes it'll be a full date, sometimes it'll just be the year. So I'm going to put in 2020, followed by a period. So I'm going to put that in. Make sure I'm no longer italicized, 2020, period, space. If there is no date, if there's no copyright, no date that you can find anywhere, it would be N period, D period, all lowercase. So you want to make sure that when you hit that space bar and type something else, you go back and lowercase that N. Okay. So for ours, we have a copyright date. So I'm going to put in 2020 period, space. Go back to my instructions and see what's next. The medium of the publication. So is this an internet site? If it's an internet site, then it's going to be web, W-E-B. If it's a book, then it is print. If it's a PDF, it's PDF. So there are different things per MLA. You guys are all going to use internet sites, I'm sure. So yours will be web. So the next thing is going to be the URL. And make sure that you don't have that HTTP. Okay, so you're going to start with just the regular URL itself. So see, we've got MBA, so I'm going to copy that. And I'm going to paste it here. and make sure that that HTTP doesn't show up. If it does, I'm going to delete it. I don't even think I need the www, so I'm going to put it right there. Okay, and period. Everything is followed by a period. And see how it wrapped to the next line? It's because it's so long. That's okay. If the computer does it, don't worry about it. Okay, and then the last thing is going to be the word accessed and the date you retrieved your data. And it's in this format: day, month, and year. So I'm going to, after that period, space, accessed, and then let's say we got it on September 15th. I'm going to abbreviate my month, 2020, and a period. The last thing you're going to do is you're going to do your hanging indent. So I highlight my source, I go to Format, Align and Indent, down to Indentation Options, and I'm going to make that a hanging indent and apply. And notice how my bottom line is indented a little bit and my top line is on the margin. That's called a hanging indent. Once you have all of your sources done, you're going to look at the first word and just alphabetize them. So anything with an A is first, B is second, C is third, that kind of thing. Okay? Good luck.